Minimalism and nihilism are natural results of a society that focuses so much on commodification and on consumerism. When we commodify something, when we make something a product, we are stripping it of its existence and we are giving it a new identity in reference to ourselves, in reference to how it services us. In the same way that women are degraded because of their reference to men as objects of pleasure and they're objectified, we lose intimacy with reality, with everything that we engage with. And you can see this especially in aesthetics. We have no aesthetics in the US. I just went to Nepal for a week and a half, and everywhere, no matter where you are, it's on a random fucking wall in a random house, on a door that in some like poor person's home, like there's these smallest ornate levels of detail carved into every fucking inch of that place. And you look around where you're in a place where like a full meal costs $2.50, and these people have so much more aesthetic richness than we could ever even imagine in our own country. It's because they're also a deeply spiritual people. It's like every single motif of every single like grander pattern is like them reciting a prayer. It's a symbol of what they believe in and the meaning and the value that they hold in life. It's a symbol of this intimacy that they hold with all things, with the inanimate even, not just, kindness towards people and living creatures, but kindness even towards the inanimate objects. And so this is why aesthetics are such a good representation of a culture's love, of how a culture interacts with reality psychologically and phenomenologically. It's not just something that we do in order to appeal to ourselves. Of course, the West views it that way because everything is just in reference to us and how we feel, right? But it's actually just an expression of our intimacy with reality. It's an expression of our meaning that we find in everything, not even in the things that we justify, but just in the things that even don't have a justification to be nice to. Like there's no framework of thought that's going to justify you making a stained glass lamp or art in general, but we do it anyways. It's an expression of us. It's critically different than just saying art. This isn't just about art because aesthetic is about feeling at home. Aesthetic is about the place you grew up in. It's about the village you came from. It's about the time that you were, it's like the 2000s Wii menu, and it's the fucking small details you remember and how people dressed and acted. Aesthetics are a symbol of being at home and being comfortable and being in love, being in a full acceptance with the nature of things as they are. So our lack of aesthetic is a good characterization of how miserable we are as a community. And you can see it in our media, right? Media nowadays is really experimenting with all these different aesthetics. We have like these movies that bring us back in time to different styles of art and different ways of living, and we're just enamored by going back to see what the Romans lived like, and going back to the 1950s, and going to the future, and all these different things. It's like the different Spider-Mans in the Spider-Verse movie, like it's Noir Spider-Man and whatever. I don't remember all of them, but you get the picture, right? It's all a search for meaning and comfortability. We're exploring these aesthetics because we lack this level of meaning in our lives. It's just become this superficial thing to us. Because all of these aesthetics, wherever they come from, they always have a purpose. They always have like some sort of limitation. Architecture used to be influenced because, we didn't have AC back then. And because there were, wherever region you were living in, there were certain factors you'd want to account for. Old video game music was limited by the technology at the time. That's why it sounds so simplistic. Pixel art, again, it was an art form that came out of a limited, controlled physical reality. Now that we've broken out of this, this reality characterized by struggle and characterized by limitations, we find ourselves without a home, without a place. We don't know what defines us. And all this, again, this is all just an exposition of the same idea, which is that commodification and convenience strips us of meaning, strips us of identity, strips us and alienates us from reality. The phenomenological world that we live in is just an echo of an echo of an echo of an echo from an actual real point in reality. Everything is just information regurgitated over and over again until it just feels meaningless. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this, but all of that to say that there is hope. There are parts of the world where people literally write prayer in fine print on every single fucking object that they have. Like people in Nepal, they would make these little prayer wheels that were solar powered so they could put it in like the dashboard of their car so that, their solar panel is praying for them. Like, there are people who infuse every little aspect of their life with meaning, and that is a future, that is a reality that we can live in. It's really just all what you make of it. If you decide that things only exist in service to you and how you feel, and you're a part of that train, then so be it. But things can also be meaningful too. I got to spend some time with people in beggar camps in Nepal, and just seeing how happy they were with so little really changed something in me. It didn't make me feel pity. It just made me feel like I was an asshole. Like, I am so spoiled. I have so many things, and I'm not nearly as happy as these people. And it's because of that alienation. It's because of that disconnection from reality, and the lack of this connection with the simpler things. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys now. I love you all. Take care. Hope you enjoyed the rant. I'm going to post a shit ton of stuff on Substack soon. I was writing the entire time I was in Nepal. So, yeah, I love you all. Peace.